Today, we're going to balance the equation of cobalt-3 nitrate, which is CONO3, plus ammonium sulfide, which is NH4 and that will yield cobalt-3 sulfide, Co2S3, plus ammonium nitrate, which is NH4NO3. I already wrote down a chart for us and the elements and the polyatomics that I see that are on both sides of the equations. Just make sure that you know your polyatomics, guys. I see that I have a nitrate and an ammonium on both sides of my equations, so I'm going to group those together. It just makes the balancing easier. Let's write down the amounts that we have of these, and then we'll start balancing. So let's start from the left-hand side. For cobalt, I just have one of them. There was no subscript here, so I have one cobalt. But for the entire nitrate, right, NO3 is nitrate, I have 3 whole nitrates. So I have 3 nitrates. Moving over to NH4, the ammonium, right? The 4 is included in the ammonium, but I have 2 of these, right? I have 2 total ammoniums. So I have 2 here. And then for the sulfur, there was no subscript, so that means that there's a 1. So we're good with that. Let's do the product side now. The cobalt, CO, there's a 2 here. So that means that I have 2 cobalts. For the sulfur, I now have a 3 here. So that means I have 3 sulfur. For the ammonium, right, which is NH4, I have only 1 because I don't see any parentheses like I did before. That means that I just have 1 ammonium. If you have multiple polyatomics, you will see parentheses. And the same thing that goes for the nitrate. I don't see parentheses, so that means that I just have 1 nitrate. Balance the ones that look easy to balance. It doesn't matter which ones we start with, so it's all kind of like, guessing and checking. I'm just going to pick, let's see. I'm going to pick the bottom. Let's pick the bottom, right? Always go from the lower number to the higher number by multiplication. 1 times what will get you to 3? Yeah, 3. And that number that you stated is the coefficient that you place in front of the element that you're trying to balance. So I'm going to put a 3 here. So whenever you put a coefficient, you gotta be fair. You have to distribute that 3 to all of the polyatomics and the elements that are in that compound, right? So 3 times 2, I now have how many total ammoniums? I have 6 ammoniums, right? 3 times 2 is 6. So I'm going to scratch out the 2. I'm going to put a 6. And then I have 3 sulfurs, right? Because 1 times 2 is 3. And then the sulfurs are balanced. Let's pick another one. Doesn't matter to me. Maybe let's do the ammonium. Or if you want to do the element, that's fine with me too. Let's do the element. Cobalt. 1 times what will get me to 2? 1 times 2. And that number that you stated goes to the coefficient that has the element, right? So I'm going to put a 2 here. And then I'm just going to distribute, because I know that if I put a coefficient in front of compounds, it has to be distributed to everything. So I have 2 cobalts. And now I have to distribute this 2 to the nitrate. Keep in mind, there was 3 already. So 2 times 3 is a total of 6 nitrates now. So I'm going to cross off this, and I have a 6. Now the only things left is I have to balance the ammoniums and the nitrates. But it looks like it's going to be pretty easy. I have 1 of each on one side and 6 on the other side. Let's just work with the nitrate, which is NO3. 1 times what will get me to 6? Yeah, 1 times 6. And that number goes in front of the compound, right? It's going to be a coefficient. So there we go. And now let's just see. We have to distribute. I have 6 total ammonias and 6 total nitrates, right? So both of these are going to get canceled off, and we're going to put a 6 there. And that's it, guys, right? Because all of them are balanced. I got 2 cobalts, I got 6 nitrates, 6 ammoniums, and 3 sulfurs. And that's it. Your balanced equation is 2 CONO3 plus 3 NH4 which will yield 1 CO2S3, and 6 NH4NO3s, and you are good to go. Guys, let me know in the description, or whatever it's called. What is it called? Comment section? Yeah. Let me know in the comments if this video helped you out. If you want to help us out, press the subscribe button. That will, help us out so much tremendously. It just gets the word out there that, these videos exist. And thank you so much. Good luck on all your future tests and quizzes. And I'll see you in next lessons, okay? All right, bye-bye.